Alright, let's load up Chapter 4. Alrighty. Here we are for Chapter 4.
Come in. Kendra's right. The ADS is completely shut. I'll need your help to fix this. Kendra, if you can hear me, see if you can get into the ship's reports. It sounds like you have better access from there.
When were you going to tell us about the artifact, Hammond? This marker?
I don't know anything about that. It's referenced in the captain's records. They brought it up from the planet.
It's on the ship?
In cargo. They think it's of alien origin, but I don't know what the hell it is.
Really? CEC didn't know anything about it. You're lying.
Back off! I am not the bad guy here. Ross shaky right now. You're gonna have to trust that I don't know anything about it. We've entered the debris field. Get to the captain's nest. I'll explain everything later. Hammond out.
Alright. I actually really like this chapter. I think this chapter is probably one of the better ones in this game, to be completely fair. But yeah, we're sticking with these 4 weapons, which are... 2 of these are considerably decent, except for the flamethrower. Ripper could be okay. Contact beam is considered one of the worst guns in the game because of just how it works. And that's why they had to change it in Dead Space 2. Still think it's fine. It's good for money, that's for sure. Very good for money. Alrighty. Now that's done, we can continue. Inventory's not looking great, but this game is generous with supplies, even on impossible. But yeah, playing one of my favorite survival. I wonder if that actually does damage to it. I accidentally used the healing item. I blame Dead Space 2 for having buttons be a lot better in that game. My door. I did say last stream I was going to save up for the next suit, which I'm probably gonna do. I don't need to get nodes right now. My guns are pretty good as is. It's a little loud. Oh, that was a little loud on my end.
Power bridge detected.
Let's get that adjusted.
Isaac, impact on the bridge, right at your feet. I'm reading heavy damage, but containment looks solid. Life support is stabilized. We've got to get the ADS working.
I wonder how the bridge is gonna look in the remake. Alright. But like, with the asteroids falling through, like, the remake I hope is like amazing when it comes to this stuff. Put this in there. Also, funny enough, I was watching a video about ranking Dead Space 1's weapons. Apparently, you get a lot more ammo spawns for the Ripper, which is kind of weird and very bizarre. Gotta check something real quick. Alrighty. Continuing on, again, I've beaten this game I don't know how many times, like maybe 20, 25 times. I've played this game a ton, both 360 and the on Xbox One. Yeah, there's the level 3 suit. I think it's 30 grand to get it, if I remember correctly. Might be a little bit more.
Damn, you scared me. The place is making me jumpy. Fucking asteroids coming through the roof.
Yeah,
Look,
pretty crazy.
I know Kendra doesn't trust me, but I don't know anything about a marker or anything else. This is supposed to be a repair mission. Plain and simple. This mess is the asteroid defense system. I can fix these boards, but the main power routing is shot. You're gonna have to reroute them manually through at least to activate the primary cannon. Oh, but first, you need to activate the atrium elevators from bridge security. You can use them to get to the junction boxes. By the way, Isaac, be careful. I saw something out there. I don't know what. I only got a glimpse. It was big. Really big.
I bet it was. Oh, Hammond. You look good in the remake. I hope they do a lot more with you.
Shit! Stand back! Oh, that one was dead when I sealed the pod. These things don't die easily.
Oh, I think they all are ejected. Yeah. Because you can't escape. There's no escape pods. But the way the ship is angled, it shoots down. So I'm wondering, does it have an autopilot situation with the escape pods? Does it go straight down to the planet? I have no clue. That's why I hope the remake just gives us a ton of fucking lore and just information all around. Come on, charge me, motherfucker. There we go.
The weapons can't punch through that thing's armor. Shoot it in the back, Isaac.
You're not dead? I like how they just fall apart right after that. It's pretty funny. Once they're dead, you don't need to do enough damage to their other limbs, so you can cut them off.
Make us whole again.
Yeah, they show more of Nicole in the remake, like, ah.
Elevators are now online.
The Dead Space remake is what a remake should be. Take the original design, modify it, redesign it, so it looks similar, but is pretty much a different game entirely, or somewhat. Then just go crazy, you know? That's right. 1 damage. So yeah, the Ripper is doing pretty good. Next is the Flamethrower, which has such an awful upgrade path. Not really awful, but you gotta do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Need 18 nodes to fully upgrade this, or 17 if you want to go for, or a little bit less if you want to go for a full upgrade build. Okay, since time has passed, get that refilled. I hope that they made the stasis very similar to Dead Space 2. In the gameplay trailer, they showed stuff. It looks very similar to Dead Space 2 stasis, which I'm pretty happy about. And so I'm hoping it's a rechargeable thing. That's only 20 grand. That's pretty good, actually, for level 3. The extra armor and, like, I think it's 5 more inventory slots is pretty huge. It's funny because the helmet looks a little thick, but it's normal in the back. I believe this is the advertisement in the marketing suit is level 3. Could be level 2, I can't remember. But I'm pretty sure level 3 is what it was. And then power node for any doors I need to unlock. And we'll move on. We have to go to that one first, but I'm just gonna do the side bits first because that's how I typically do it. Go to level 3 first, and level 1. And I hope everybody's doing good though. For those at the stream. I like this, where if you try to rush him, the door closes and it legit stops for his model to run away. Like, just revisiting this game, and the fact that they've hinted at remaking Dead Space 2 as well, is pretty insane. Thanks, Ranger. How you doing? Sure you don't, just from the judging how you said that, you probably can't stay long, just saying hi, which I appreciate. It's always good to see everybody stopping by, even just for to say hi. Freeze you and freeze you. The pregnant guys first. And the black remorph. It's pretty good. And decent health.
Okay. Primary astrogation power has been rerouted. Look, I don't know about you, but I think I'm seeing things. My head's pounding still. I don't know. Just stay sharp, okay?
Isaac, listen
Speaking of which,
up. I've gone over the MedSci reports. These things are biorecombinators. They take dead tissue, absorb it, and mold it into new forms. One iteration seems to have the sole purpose of infecting corpses. The others, well, seem to be making corpses to infect. And that body tissue we keep seeing on the walls is part of it too. I found a report that says it's a habitat changer.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna just check the sound quality real quick. Just give me one moment. Yeah, it sounds good. Just making sure everything's sounding good on the end, so I don't have to do any adjustments. I do have to make sure that I am playing the right game. There we go. Just so people know what I'm streaming. There we go. That should work. Getting all that. Boom. If I remember correctly, there is a there's a medium med kit. But if I remember correctly, there's like either a power node or money out here. I can't remember though. I like how the bodies act like they don't have zero gravity because they're being sucked out into space. Alrighty. Please close the dying door. There we go. Just wanted the supplies. Speaking of which, yeah, like it gave me, I believe, 3 extra spaces, and I'm already almost full because of everything else. Should have sold the contact beam energy, but that's okay.
The gravity plating is malfunctioning. Keep an eye out for any kind of distortion effect coming from the floor. It could be dangerous.
Down. I'm glad they're dropping contact energy. Oh shit, that was nearly a death. I'm glad they're dropping contact energy because that shit is good for selling. Of course, it's taking up a lot of my fucking room. How much I'm doing on plasma? Doing okay. But contact energy does take up space, but it's... If I had to give either credits or contact beam energy, I'd rather give you credits because they drop a lot more. Roughly $3 grand on average. 2 to 3 grand, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less than that. Yeah, that's the issue. I don't need to heal. Try to rip the blade. Power node. Was this a power node door? No, it wasn't. That's kind of funny. I distinctly remember this being a node door. Or there's a no door in this section. So we checked this one, right? Yeah, we checked this one. Weird. Or this is the power node door. This is it, yep. Should just look first. Oh, fuck me. I am full on space. And there's a lot of good items in here. Alright, gotta make some room. The flame fuel can just screw right off. I don't need that. I'm not gonna be using it much. Drop all the small med kits. And pick up the flame, I guess. It's something, I guess. I think I started to play through this as normal. I think it's been like a year since the last time I played. Yeah, it happens. You have to play this game on harder difficulties than normal because normal is so easy. And like I used to play normal all the time and barely hard. Hey baby. But even on impossible, this game's not that hard. Like the game gives you decent supplies. Like it drops roughly the same amount of supplies you normally would get. And
Power transferred to the ADS.
yeah, it's surprisingly easy on normal.
I'm getting a reading.
Even on hard. Hard is not that bad. It's still a little bit scary, it can get hairy, but impossible is where it's at because you gotta deal with enemies having more health, dealing more damage, having the ability to dodge you a lot more. Am I hitting his body? See, drops 3,000 credits, which is really nice. I have a feeling there's one more infector. I could be wrong. There we go. Sorry, my laptop was freaking out there for a second, but it's all good. I did use up a lot of my ammo, but that's fine. I don't need the small med kits. Let's just get back out of here. Really? You still haven't finished Dead Space? That's pretty crazy, actually. Dead Space 1 in particular is not technically a long game. I would say it's about, on an average playthrough, especially a normal, I would say 8 to 9 hours. I mean, if you look at Shadow's playthrough, it was roughly 7 to 8 hours worth. Maybe a little bit longer, because he did spend some longer time. But it's not a really long game. You could beat it within within a session to 2. Yeah, I get here. Oh, that's right. The blades look cool now. Sound effects were not playing there for some reason. I think there's one more. There it is. But yeah, like you need to beat Dead Space 1, get into Dead Space 2, and somehow find a co-op partner for Dead Space 3. Otherwise, you can play it solo. Like there's nothing wrong playing Dead Space 3. It's just that it's a much more fun game if it's with a co-op partner. Alright, I'm just gonna finally use the store again. How am I doing on... Doing pretty good, actually. It happens to me all the time with any game. I'll take a break from a game for like a day and then it turns into months or years. I feel that. That sometimes happens with me on certain games. But, it's mainly is that, it's certain games that are either long or I'm doing it for a specific reason and that reason doesn't just show up again. I'll do that. Otherwise, I like to play a game a lot, unless, like I said, I have a reason to stop. Either work, eating, etc. Keep 14 grand on me. But yeah, like, I highly encourage you play this game still. Even if you didn't finish. I highly encourage you play on hard. Like I said, even on hard, enemies still die relatively easily to your starting weapon without it being upgraded. It's pretty strong, even at base. And I've beaten this game on Impossible with Bare Bones Challenge, which is you cannot use the store other than story items, which I implemented. I think storing items should be... you can do that. I only did was store items. Stop playing to eat, don't you get within Kappa. Hey, if you don't eat, you can't play. That's funny. But yeah. Start to get this upgraded. Flamethrower should do a little bit more now. Yeah, like I did Dead Space 1 and challenge, which was bare bones, so not using the store, not getting any upgrades, just having the plasma cutter only at base, which is 10 shots. It's slow, shoots kind of slow, sort of acts like a magnum that's not really fully powered, and yeah, having only 10 shots, not at shooting fast, and having just basically barely any space for items is rough. And you have to like legit keep majority of your shit unless you store it, which I did. But by the end, God, it was rough because the end boss took forever to shoot, and I figured early on that because the end boss can insta kill you with a certain cinematic, and because you have to shoot off its little weak spot, and it's really hard. That got me. I legit stopped and was startled. I was like, what the fuck's going on? Up to this day. Oh, I'm mostly Xbox, mainly. Otherwise, I do have a Wii. Eventually, I'll get, like, a PlayStation 5 and such. And the Series X. Series X first, then PlayStation 5. Then get a PC at some point. This contact beam. I already have my military one. But yeah, and make a sound, that was a little concerning. But yeah, that's what I usually play is Xbox. That's why it's a little hard to stream just on an Xbox and no other good PC. Like a Windows. I have a Chromebook for my laptop, so I can't really do like cool little Twitch things or stream is it Streamlamps, I think, like getting alerts and stuff and sound notifications and all that sort of stuff. Did I drop the item? No, it didn't. Technically, it's a scripted death. Die, baby! Just decent stuff. And, like, not only that, they're, with the remake, though, enemies are faster, they're more on your ass, and there's an AI director, so that if you return to previous areas, because you can do that now, you can fucking get random encounters of Necromorphs, which is pretty awesome. Not gonna lie. I have enough for this fight. Like, the remake's gonna be awesome, and people are like, oh, why is it like piss filter crap and blah blah blah. And I just say to people like, just play the game when it releases. Make your own judgments there. You're not driving me. Like, this game has a lot of yellow piss tones. It's just that they're making the lighting better. I started with a PS1, then the Wii, then a PS2, and lastly my 6-year-old Xbox One. Yeah, my history was pretty funny because I started with a GameCube, Game Boy stuff, Xbox, PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, back and forth, and so we got an Xbox One, which I had for over like 8 years before it broke. And now I'm using my dad's. Come on. It's almost dead. Son of a bitch. I think I'm dead. No, I'm not. I was lucky. Jeez Louise. Oh, nice. Yeah, I like I love that game. Alright, that's decent health, I guess. Oh, sweet, ammo drops. That's actually perfect. Yeah, I love Dead Space Extraction. The game's super fun. And it's a prequel, which is awesome. And I think it has a lot going for it too. So that being your first Dead Space is actually pretty cool. Because I really like Extraction.
Alright, we've got enough power, but the ADS cannon's auto-targeting is down. I think it's a faulty data cable.
Oh yeah, the ADS shit.
Aim the cannon manually until I can replace it. Take the elevators to the top of the ship and head for the cannon pit.
Got it, Hammond. Make sure I don't accidentally step into these, so that would not be fun. Planning to get either the Xbox Series X or S, not PS5, because they increased prices and they're even more unattainable. I agree. PS5 being... It's Sony's fault. Like, Sony would have such a good rep with their consoles right now if it wasn't for the fact that they've been very stingy with their consoles, which is... Why are you being stingy? There's no need to be stingy. And then they're blaming like, oh, we can't produce it fast enough because we don't want to produce it fast enough. Like, Sony, get your stuff into gear. Like, a lot of people want your PS5s for good reasons. You guys have good exclusives. I will admit, PlayStation has some pretty good exclusives right now, and Xbox, not so much. At least not the ones that are coming out soon. But Xbox just has a much better, like, Game Pass. They have Game Pass. They have a lot better options with their games. And having the accessibility of games a lot more frequent. That's why I've always been to Xbox, is that they're a little bit more consumer... They're more consumer friendly since quite a few years ago now. I have to go over here now. How am I doing on supplies? I could use some more ammo. If you're gonna get a next-gen console, I highly recommend saving up for a Series X and not an S, because any discs that you have that you can have backwards compatible won't work unless you have the Series X. The Series S, being much cheaper and all, is nice, but being digital only could be problematic for certain things. So I highly recommend and suggest you getting a Xbox Series X. It would just be better in the long run. I'll be getting mine probably next month, hopefully. Especially if my sister is working and I don't have to pay as much for rent. That'd be pretty nice. Get another power node, I guess. Use this med kit. Didn't heal me full, but it should heal me enough to where getting hit won't kill me, because I have armor. Funny thing is that on the Bare Bones challenge on Impossible, only physical copies of God are Rainbow Six Siege. Yeah, like, I mean, like, backwards compatibility with like 360 games as well. If you have any 360 games, they would still be backwards compatible. Like I said, I think it's a lot better to get a system that has everything included, even if it costs more. In my personal opinion, you don't have to agree or go with what I say. You don't have to. Yeah. But I think having like the full package at a really good, honestly, 500, like roughly 500 bucks plus tax for a next gen console like the Xbox Series X, which is surprisingly good. Like it's pretty good graphics and all its specs is roughly the same, if not maybe a little bit better in some areas and a little bit worse in some areas to PlayStation 5. Not only that, in personal opinion though, it looks much better than console design wise than PS5. PS5 is like, why? Just why? Not only that, just Sony and PlayStation, they have such a weird online service that's less that's why I like Xbox, because it's consumer friendly more. They don't try to bullshit you on stuff, and that's why I prefer Xbox. If what did I pick up? Okay. If PlayStation was a lot better on that stuff, I would definitely be trying my best to get that more. I believe one of these is trapped, if I remember correctly. But yeah, that's just how I feel. It's nothing against PlayStation people, not at all. I love PlayStation. I think I grew up with the PlayStation many times. There's a lot of PlayStation games I've played, like PlayStation only games, like Onimusha, quite a bit actually, like Onimusha, Extermination.
You're going to have to cross the ship exterior to
quite a
reach
few
the
games.
cannon. Problem is, we're still getting bombarded by asteroids. Look for cover, or you get torn to pieces.
It's just that Sony right now, I personally and quite logically are kind of screwing themselves over on consoles right now.
Entering zero gravity.
And like the whole like, oh, Microsoft is buying Call of Duty,
Detected across the
and they
stars.
kind of threw a big fit about it, like, oh, do not support this. Like, what the hell you been doing this for like the past like 4 or 5 years with exclusives? And you think Xbox has been like throwing a hissy fit about? Not really. Honestly, Microsoft has been pretty supportive, especially with Phil Spencer. He's been pretty good about please don't kill me. Okay, good. Honestly, Phil Spencer's been a real good sport about the quote-unquote console wars and the whole like their management's a lot better. Just so I don't hear Isaac coughing for his life. But yeah, games, Xbox, like I said, is just in a better spot for consumers. Okay, good thing I did this. I was gonna go for it, but then I was like, nah, I'll probably fucking die. I have like stopped at one point and then it just hit me with a rock and instantly died. I'm like, oh, that's great.
Exiting zero gravity. Exiting vacuum.
Alright, let's do this. Which a lot of people don't like, mainly because on PC it fucks you over.
The cannon's a mass driver, so it should punch through anything flying at us. Keep an eye on the hull's integrity. Too many of those things get
Like, I don't mind this bit. I think they said they did take this bit out. They might replace it with something a lot better, or something a lot more different and more appropriate. Really, that hit? Okay, I thought that was off course. But yeah, I'm glad that a lot of people are enjoying what they're showing for the remake. Sony has no excuse for no backwards compatibility, increased prices, and shitty anti-consumer online stuff. I highly agree, Ranger. I highly agree. They have no excuse for that stuff. Like, PlayStation should work with Microsoft in terms of competition instead of trying to be antisocial about it. Like I said, I have nothing against people who who have a PS5 and play PS5 only or PlayStation only. You're entitled to that. Like, have fun. You're a gamer, I'm a gamer. I'm happy that you're a gamer. It's just that people who think that Sony is fine with doing what they're doing with their prices, their understocking with consoles, like, it's not fun. And like, there's a lot of games that are coming for the PlayStation, like Final Fantasy Remake, technically Rebirth now, and like all that cool shit that I would like to play. I can't play it because the console's super fucking hard to get and super expensive. It's like $100 or so more dollars too. And it's like $600 for a console that's not worth it. Where Microsoft, with its Xbox Series X, $500 plus tax. Pretty good deal if you ask me. And my uncle said he would be willing to help me purchase it. So I'm like, damn, that's pretty fucking good. So I'll get the next gen console, particularly for less, and it'll be a good deal. Yeah, I just said that, Ranger. They're getting exclusives since they've been getting exclusives since much longer. Like with they had Metal Gear Solid as exclusive for quite a bit until Twin Snakes till the HD collection, and then Metal Gear Solid 5. But then they had Death Stranding as an exclusive. They've had exclusives for a long time and have been pretty adamant about keeping it. Where Microsoft has been like, we have exclusives, like we need these exclusives, but then like we're willing to, you know, branch out a bit with giving away our exclusives for stuff. And then they have Game Pass. Game Pass Ultimate has been their saving grace, which is like you have tons of games you can play from indie to AAA studios. Is there anything chasing me? No. And so yeah, topic of discussion is that Sony just needs to get their stuff together. And they kind of like I wouldn't say harass the developers that work for them exclusively, but like they kind of put a bit of a wrist lock on all their stuff.
You're not gonna believe this.
Oh yeah.
Oxygen levels are
Next
falling.
chapter's gonna be fun.
Something's poisoning
First major boss
hydroponic
fight.
air production, and whatever it is, it's filling the deck up with that organic stuff.
Only exclusive that
We're
Micro
not
have
gonna
right
have
now
any
are
air to breathe
Forza
soon.
Motorsport, right?
But if I understand these lab
Horizon
reports
and
correctly,
Tomb Raider
I
and
think
some
I
other
can make a
ones.
poison to destroy it.
Keys.
Head to medical.
I don't
It should have
think they
everything
have
you
Tomb
need.
Raider as an exclusive because you can play Tomb Raider
Isaac,
on PlayStation.
get to medical
I've
and mix together whatever
seen
Kendrick's come up with.
PlayStation
I'm
gameplay from
heading to
it.
hydroponics. If I can slow it down,
Maybe
that might
it's
keep us
exclusive to
breathing long enough
Xbox
to
for
fight
a
it.
second, for like a little while. Need to hurry.
Temple, the bridge is fucked. I don't know what went on in there, but I'm not sticking around in case whatever did it comes back. I'm heading for hydroponics.
Don't want to deal with those guys.
Find Elizabeth.
But I think they have more than just those few exclusives. They have Hellblades, which I heard is pretty good. I might want to play that at some point and play the sequel. But they have a couple others. Like, they have Gears of War. Except for they're not doing jack shit with Gears of War, which is like, why? Like, Gears of War 5, I will admit, the story mode, I played the story mode for a little bit, then I stopped, and then I went back to it. I was like, the story mode is actually not terrible. I just, the open world stuff was a little disappointing and not what I really wanted from a Gears of War game. But I didn't think it was bad. Honestly, I think Gears of War 5 was a solid game. I think its Hive Buster mode was super fun, and I would just grind the shit out of it. Get one more node, just for now. Get wrecked. I want to see if this kills. just want to see. Okay. It's not bad, but it's very slow at killing shit. It's not terrible, it's just... You do have to use up quite a bit of ammo just to kill one creature. Unless you can space it out in time. 100 plus games for pennies? Yeah. It is. Like, you get... It's like a 3-in-1 deal. You get access to you get access to online features, you get access to Xbox Live features, and then you get access to a gaming library of games that are AAA priced or lower, and you also get deals, which is awesome. And that's why I stick with Xbox, is that it's the better option, and people just get mad for others for supporting a system like this, and like, oh, like, you're hypocritical, like, what? Yeah, and people complain about games coming to Game Pass that on first day, like first day Game Pass stuff.
Isaac, I can smell the contaminated air from here.
And you're like, yeah, so they
faster than I expected.
paid money
I'm trying to isolate it
to these
but
developers
it's
to
not
have it
gonna
on
buy
Game
us much
Pass,
time.
so people would
We
purchase
have to
Game
get that
Pass.
thing off the ship.
They give them like a good amount of money
Chemicals you need
too.
are in the chemistry lab. I'll hack
Sort of
the
like
door for
how
you when you get
exclusives
there.
work, but a little bit more, because a subscription service means you might get more people to buy it because they're like, oh, it's cheaper for me to do this, so you get more consumers that way.
The way of God's plan, the natural
Oh yeah, this guy.
Are you blind? Let the rest.
He's a little crazy. Can't wait for next year when they get caught into Game Pass, but I think I'll be busy figuring out what to do with my life / college.
I guess we're not alone here after all.
I can see that, like, since this is my last... That's right, you're still in high school. I forgot about that, Ranger. Forgot, you're actually younger than me. Because I graduated about 3 years ago now. Yeah, because my sister's a senior. And I graduated when she was a freshman. I mean, you'll find time in your life to play games and such when you go to college. Like, depending on what you want to be, college won't actually take a lot of your time. It just depends on what classes you take and what you want to do. Yeah, for some reason it's not making the noise where it cuts people up. That's I think that's a bug. I'm pretty sure that's a bug with this gun. I think at max damage it just doesn't make the sound effects of it like shooting. Let's get in here just to grab some shit. I'm not sure how good the flamethrower is against pregnants. It's not, because it has a range, so I didn't mean to reload. How far does this go? Not far. Do a quick upgrade, I guess, if I can. Yeah, that works. How far does the flamethrower shoot then? There's some range. Just want to see how good. It's actually not bad dealing with that. Fortunately, I'm not using the force gun this one. Good to know, the flamethrower is not bad at taking those out, because they're annoying. It's gotta go up, yeah. But yeah, like, you know. I was lucky. And this is why I don't upgrade the stasis to max, because it just takes forever for things to speed back up.
Once you get the chemicals, you're also going to need a DNA sample of the alien tissue. I'll search the records.
But yeah, going back to certain topics is like I said, I was gonna go to college for graphic art stuff and video editing and video design. Until I realized that I don't really need to do it because I already know what I know what to do. All it would do is just give me a certificate saying that I went to school for this, when I can just prove it. And so I didn't, and not only that, COVID completely screwed up my plans, and then they're like, oh, since COVID's happening, you're gonna work from home a lot more, so you need to have this type of PC. I'm just like, I can't do this. Like, are you guys crazy? And so I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Your fight for survival is admirable, but pointless. And yet you keep on going. It almost makes me think that we have hope as a species. Am I the only one who sees that we have died out a long time ago?
High school was fine for me. What made high school rough for me was relationships, girlfriends and such. That was an issue. Otherwise, I was pretty good in classes. I did have trouble.
Allow me to introduce you to
English music or programming / game dev tools, playtesting. Not bad. That is a lot of options you're going with. Like, oh, I didn't realize Isaac actually watches him walk. That's kind of cool. But like I said, do whatever makes you happy, and that's more comfortable for you to do. I think you have to shoot it, and so it regenerates. But yeah. I gotta slow down here. Yeah, stop making the sound. That's a little weird.
You can't kill it, Isaac. It's just gonna keep regenerating. Get out of there! Run!
There we go. Didn't want to waste any plasma ammo on him. But my advice, at least for college stuff, is do not take anything you're not going to use or want to use.
Come in, Isaac. Kendra, is anyone there?
Cameron,
Shit.
where the hell have you been?
We're trying to panic. It's bad down here.
Completely forgot about that.
Can hardly breathe. You're getting
Like, if there's anything you want to do more than anything, of the ones you want to do, just focus on those. Like, don't try to hog yourself with all this stuff.
According to lab records,
Like, you can do, like, you don't have to listen to me, and you can do whatever you want. Completely fine.
was apparently doing intensive research on it.
But as someone who's just gonna take 2 classes at college, that is what I wanted to do. And then realizing that I already know that I can do it without having to take classes for it. Because I already know to do it, because I did it in high school. I did a lot of it in high school because I had so much fun with it. That's why I was lucky that my school had that. I have to go through here, yeah.
Your persistence surprises me. Holding on to your final breath as you claw your way along. You hold on to what was once your world, but now
Don't know what uni I want to go to.
belongs to the children.
Like I said, go to a place that's affordable, that's up your alley, and that's you're comfortable going to, and the classes they have there are reputable, and that the courses there are reputable.
Say your prayers.
Like I said, I didn't go to college. I chose not to go to college, even though I had the opportunity of going to college for free, because of scholarships and me being pretty good at my grades and having a really good GPA. And I realized, like, I don't need to go to college because I already know what I know. I know what I want to do and what to try to strive for. And if I apply that to other things that I need to do, I can do it. That was lucky, because if you hit me, that would have been near death. Gotta focus, splitter. Alrighty. Ah, you bitch.
Don't keep shutting down the door protocol. I bypassed the lock. Go!
Alrighty. Now collecting this real quick. Yeah, fuck off, bitch. Not dealing with your shit. Most of the units are public free access. There are some private ones where you have to pay, but I don't need to worry about those. Okay, that's good. Good thing you have options that are affordable. Because student loans and student debt is a bitch. Not coming from experience, but coming from knowledge of it. It's good not having that, because it just makes growing up such a pain in the ass. Oh wow, you can shoot it in midair. Of course, it drops Ripper blades. I think that Wall Pregnant does. Doing a little bit, might as well. I try not to abuse it unless I need to. But yeah, like I said, it's up to you what you want to do and what you want to take for courses. Like I said, do not take on much than you can handle or comfortable handling. Stressing about it is not gonna help, and even though sometimes the stress comes with the course, it's better to do it at your own pace. If you don't do it at your pace, you're not gonna excel at anything. You're gonna hold yourself back a little bit. But if you can handle it, you can handle it. That's completely acceptable.
That's it, Isaac. Now you just need to...
This has gone far enough. Accept your part in the God's plan. Embrace your own extinction.
Son of a bitch.
He's decompressed the entire deck, and I'm being locked out of the
Can't use my flamethrower now.
All the air has been vented into space. You should be able to bring it back online from the security station, but you don't have much time.
I was burning them away, and then I was like, can't use it. The U.S. is a rich country where they charge you. Pretty much, unless you have scholarships. In the U.S., there was a college near me in Minnesota called Century College, and that's pretty much a free college if you have a decent like GPA and stuff. Like, excuse me, sorry about that. That college, there's like a minor fee. There's like a $10 or $100 fee, especially per course. But that's about it. And actually, I believe each course is free if you have a scholarship or you have a good GPA. And you only have to pay if you fail the course and are trying to retake it. That's the only caveat. I need to kill these pregnants because they can drop something good. Damn, that cough actually got to me pretty bad. But yeah, not everything you need to pay for in the US, at least for college. But there's a lot of places where you kind of have to pay, which is a little upsetting. Yep, Isaac, I know, you're running out of breath, And you're good.
You've got everything you need to make the poison. Now get back to the chemistry lab.
What are you going to do? Do it fast. Can hardly breathe.
You're cutting out.
I have to go back through here, yeah.
I'm gonna try to switch over. Shit. I lost the signal. I'll continue
But
scanning for his location.
our colleges, there's a lot of them that
To get that
are
compound.
required that you need to pay a lot, unless you have scholarships. Like, scholarships is like one of the main things a lot of kids try to get, is because it makes you get it for free. But then there's the kids that have the money to do so, where they don't need to achieve a scholarship. They can just go right into there, which is fine, I guess. But you know, there's a lot of people who do not have the same opportunities as they do. I don't need that much flame ammo, nor Ripper blades. Like fucking A, getting from that too. I do need some ammo though. How am I doing on inventory? Pretty good, actually. Yeah, where I live, most of the universities are free, and you don't have to pay. The only thing you pay them with is years of your life. That's funny, but like I said, that's lucky. Like, you're lucky you have that, but it could also mean that there might be not as much. Like, I don't know what your country or whatever
I've got more intel in the atmosphere.
has
A
for
survivor reports that a massive
courses
creature entered the
and
hydroponic sector
the level of
outside the ship.
education that you need for that stuff. I do not know.
Began degrading. The survivor called it the Leviathan.
The Leviathan. But if you get it in for free, and all you need to do is just spend your time in there to graduate and get your degrees, that's pretty awesome. Go for it.
Processing request. Please stand by. Final fixing complete. Please remove the capsule.
Let's hope that poison works. Head back to the tram station.
And if you
get
feel
us
you're
to
half
hydroponics
Lincolning
as
old.
fast as you can.
Yeah. And that's why I said, like, sometimes do not bite
careful.
more than you can chew,
no telling how
unless you're
contaminated
capable
that
of
deck is.
doing so.
I'm beginning to
It's up to you.
admire your spirit. Miss, please.
Yeah, whatever. Dr. Marcellus, I think that's his name. Alrighty. But yeah, just casually playing this. This chapter took almost an hour, damn. I mean, I have been going at it like kind of casually and, you know, talking with you, Ranger, and others who show up.
Perhaps now. The work I have done must continue.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me, I fucked up.
I, Dr. Charles Mercer, shall
Give me that
serve
ammo,
as the
please. It's a
catalyst
contact beam energy, that'd be good money.
of our species. These specimens will return to Earth with me. I will spread their divine glory across the entire planet. I will leave you with my creation. Embrace the inevitable.
Embrace the inevitable. Yeah, you got a bitch. Oh, that was close. Fuck. I wanna get him freeze. Ah, you son of a bitch. Goal.
Let's just hope that's the last we see of that thing. I've managed to override Mercer's lockdown. There's a secondary tram station nearby, and you can take it to hydroponics.
I can use this
Let's
now,
just hope there's
so I
enough
can
time.
get fully healed. My plans basically study something I can use to get money, or at least like, and then move to Uruguay or somewhere in the US or Europe. Huh. Hey, whatever works for you, it works. Don't let anything stop you in trying to do what you want to do. Did I miss? Oh, it's money. Of course. Am I doing stuff? I'm doing pretty good. I think you should live in Europe. US is not a great place to live. It's decent to visit, not a great place to live, especially if you're coming from a different country. But if you're born in America, you're born in America. Like, you do what you want to do. But as somebody who's an American and has lived in America for over 21 years, there's other countries that might suit you better from a different, as somebody who's from a different country. Yeah, that's everything I can grab. That's the end of that chapter. That was chapter 5. Oh wait, that was chapter 5. Never mind. Chapter 5 was short. Chapter 4 was the longer one. Probably do chapter 6, which is the Leviathan fight, and then I'll call it quits there. And then get something to eat real quick. Only thing that can stop me is myself. True. And it's a good mentality. Man, that loads so much faster on this. 360, it takes a while. Not gonna lie. Takes a much longer while. Ripper blades, like, Ripper blades are not.
Hydroponics log, Dr. Elizabeth Cross reporting.
Yeah, Elizabeth. Because you get 4, so you get up to 4, and it's so you get 4 drops. It's nearly 3,000. It's 3,375. For contact beam, you get up to 4, and that's 4 grand. You do the math. That's pretty ridiculous. So contact beam energy is worth quite a bit more. You can get an extra 525, right? 625. You get an extra 625 credits from contact energy than Ripper blades. But for some reason, Ripper blades are just more expensive, which is funny. I think the least expensive is force energy. It goes force energy from least expensive to most expensive. It's force energy, line racks, pulse rifle ammo, plasma cutter, flamethrower is actually below line gun, then plasma cutter, then Ripper blades, then contact energy. It's a weird stairwell. Hey, Evan.
Good to see you in one piece. Don't take your helmet off. There's rotten.
That's gonna be a remake thing.
It's huge.
For Isaac's gonna be like, alright, I won't take it off then.
Storage. Crew that was on this deck. I think they're what's poisoning the air. They've been transformed. I saw one of them. Bloated, swollen. They're like poison factories. We need to take them out where we can still breathe.
Hammond! I thought you were dead. You need to get to cleaner air. You're not going to be able to help Isaac in your condition. Isaac, I'm scanning the area now. He's right. There's something really big in food storage. But I can't get a good scan. Monitor readings are off the scale. Be careful.
Just nodding like normal. And like I kind of do like the animation they have for Dead Space 1 running animation, and Dead Space Remake running animation is a little bit unique, to say the least. I don't think it's bad.
Then you can go through and use the
When people say it's bad is you need to figure your stuff. It's your mom and food storage. Now I have a lot of plasma energy. And flame fuel. And Ripper blades. Like, yeah, flame fuel, like, this is less than half, and it's more than half than the flame fuel, or about half than the flame fuel. And then plasma, this is 2/3 roughly. Yeah, plasma is 100 per. Ripper blades is 200 per, I think. No, it's math. Math is one of my strong suits, but not when I'm streaming. Got him. Yeah, you got me. Not like I totally walked into it. No, I'm just joking. That just stuck in my nose. It shouldn't nearly get my shit upgraded. Once we go there first, sure. That was my space. It's doing good. I don't think I get my next suit till episode chapter 7.
I think he's hiding something.
Chapter 7, chapter 8. The one where you have to, where the doctor kills himself and he transforms. Alright, let's get the flamethrower nearly maxed. There we go. Yeah, it gets a max of 250, but now it's plasma flamethrower. Now I can focus on the rig and stasis, which is broken. I don't really need either. Like, having only 4 bars of health is more than enough. But time to test out my little friend. I say this should kill him because he's doing a lot more damage. He like exploded. That was actually pretty funny. Yeah, the flamethrower becomes actually not a bad weapon. It's just that it's still short range. And they used up 22 ammo for that kill. It's good at stunning too, which is nice. Look at this. I'm like spreading the fire as much as I can. And that's why the flamethrower is still not a great weapon entirely. You kind of have to focus fire. I'm almost dead, damn. This is just proving a point. What? That killed me? Really? It's just developers and studios. They're kind of the ones that are kind of like advocating for much higher quality. Unless you talk about Naughty Dog. If you want to talk about a cheap corporation, just say Naughty Dog. Because personally, they're one of the cheaper ones in the industry. That's how they run businesses. You should die. Yeah, the flamethrower is still not a great item. It's good for single combat. Reload. Oh, they didn't drop anything. Yeah, it's one of the best ways to kill Necromorph is pretty much shoot their crotch. Because you can hit both their leg and their arm at the same time. And they're stunned like that. Man, I love the plasma cutter. It's so good. I definitely went a lot better. And the reason why I choose these weapons, which are not the greatest, it's changing up a bit. I rarely use them, so I might as well use them. Otherwise, I would have the force gun and the pulse rifle along with the plasma cutter. Take 4. Yeah. But MGS5 a few months ago, loved it, played it up to chapter 22, did all research and some FOB missions, and stopped forever. That's rough. A funny story is, I did play Metal Gear Solid 5 too. Oh, did I stop it from coming out? Awesome. I love MGS5. Metal Gear Solid 5, really fun game, honestly. But I did stop at one point. I can't remember why. But I did stop at one point. So I believe I had the 360 version? Did I? Yeah, I had the 360 version of the game. Alright, if I remember correctly, there was a 360 version. And I got pretty far in that. actually killed him pretty quick. And I went through a lot of that game, and then I stopped playing for like a long while, and then when I got back to it, I had like a few chapters left. I gotta remember, this ain't Dead Space 2 where it actually heals you based on how low your health is. It will use the smallest med pack in your inventory first to heal you. Yeah, I love it. Like I said, MGS5 was really fun. And when I got back into it, I finished the game right away. And I was like, damn, if I only stuck with it, I would have been done with it a long time ago. I can understand why people don't like it or didn't prefer it to the others. But you gotta admit, that game was heavily polished. That was a really polished game from Kojima. Sorry, I'll go up one more because I believe there's one up here. I get the attention to detail in MGS5, but some of it's a pain in the ass. Yeah, some of it's a pain in the ass, but like, it's made as a game to where you're supposed to learn what tools you can use and what is your playstyle and stick to it. And I've seen a lot of people play with some crazy fucking shit and like speedrun levels. Like absolutely just run into a facility and just start blasting people with tranquilizers and then getting out without much trouble. And only switching to a lethal weapon just if they get spotted. Like, I've seen some really cool missions done by people that just have some really good gear and good upgrades. And like the game is like it's meant to be like a updated version of Peace Walker, which I didn't like Peace Walker personally, even though a lot of people did. I thought Peace Walker was meh. Of course, I played it solo, so that's probably why I didn't really like it as much. It's meant to be a really fun co-op game. This wasn't for me though. I want to see how good the flamethrowers is on these guys. Oh, that's bullshit. I guess since the oxygen poison is not oxygen. That's pretty funny how those died. It's supposed to be a sequel to MGS3, right? In a manner of speaking, it's like a sequel to MGS3, but it's mainly a sequel to Peace Walker. MGS5 is weird because of how it ends. The ending, for spoiler reasons, is how Big Boss is in MGS, not MGS, but Metal Gear, the original old fucking pixelated game. And it basically sets up how the Twins project, the La Faisans, whatever it's called, with Liquid and Solid happens and why they get the certain masters they do. Like why was Ocelots Liquids and why was Colonel Miller or whatever, I think it's Miller, was Solid, and it's because of what happened on in Metal Gear Solid 5, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, it's like a loose sequel to MGS3, but it's mainly a sequel to Peace Walker, which is your big boss, and you have a mother base. It's essentially the same game. Because you have can't remember her name because I never played Peace Walker, but in Ground Zeroes you deal with the two kids, and they're a big part of Peace Walker, and that's why it's equal to Peace Walker and a loose sequel to MGS3. Peace Walker is mainly the sequel to MGS3, where Peace Walker is the predecessor to MGS5. Yeah, I've played MGS1, Twin Snakes mostly. I played MGS2 quite a lot. MGS3 quite a lot. MGS4, never played it, but I've seen it. Why? They say, why the fuck? It's perfectly open. But yeah, it's where did I go? Over here. And I have not played Peace Walker. I've played Peace Walker, but very little of it. 'Cause it just wasn't my cup of tea. Go over here. Over here. I think there's one more? Or not. I always figured there's one more.
Exiting zero gravity.
Exiting zero gravity. Alright, let's move on to the next bit.
Warning. Air filtration system.
Oh yeah, we gotta go through this. Should a small fucking make. So I do get caught in the fire once. I think I'm dead. Ah, thank God. Perfect timing.
Hello? Hello, security?
I feel like I've seen the clip before. I think I got it, but I'm not sure. I did get it. That's why that necromorph was there. That was either the necromorph getting burned, or is this thing making some weird ass sounds? If he dropped an item, he dropped an item. I'm not going back for it. Really, I'm full. Well, might as well. That freed up quite a bit of space. Yeah, I did. Like, max ammo for the plasma cutter is 20, and you get a 25 for the max ammo capacity. For the flamethrower, max ammo capacity is 250, but you only have up to 150 in each clip, which is weird. Max ammo is 250, yet your groupings is 150. And then the pulse rifle, it's 150, I believe, too, or 125. Oh yeah, I forgot Tuco's playing. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky.
10 kiloton mass detected in food storage.
It's a great little lullaby that they chose for this game, just to make it creepy. And when you're streaming, you kind of forget where enemies' placements are. Which is a little funny. Am I out of plasma? I am. Holy crap. That did scare me a little bit because I completely forgot that was coming. I kind of remember that. Almost done, but at least got that last section, then the boss fight. Thank God for armor, because I would be dead. without it. I had 15%, right? 10%, never mind. Armor is doing jack shit for me now. I thought it was 15%, but it's not. Sell that, because I don't really need it for a while. Sell that. That gives you an okay amount for one pickup. Some power nodes. I'm not gonna heal. I'm gonna upgrade my rig when I get to the next upgrade bit. Sorry. I'm a little exhausted. Cut it! Jesus Christ. Oh fuck. What happens when your go-to weapon's out of ammo? Imagine if we still had early 2000s prices for games. Yeah, we were like pretty much $50, 50 to 40 bucks, 45 to 50 bucks, which was like pretty fucking great. That was kind of the dream. No, I'm not going for it. I need to get my rig up, get my health back. Having an extra 25 points of hit points is really good. That just looks good. The 4 bars are a little too thick, like too big. Having the 5 though, looks just right. And then when you get more than 5, it kind of looks a little weird as it goes. Like there's a lot of supplies in here. We're almost done with this chapter and done with the stream. Like I said, I'm pretty exhausted. I want to cook some dinner.
Detected in the East Grove chamber.
Gotta fight this brute.
Hazardous anomaly detected. Quarantine activated.
Come on, you bastard. That's right. And you're dead. Easy peasy. Open this up. That works. Don't have to waste my plasma. More plasma energy, that's good. This is Mesmer, this game's awesome, even after all this years. Remaster will probably be much better. It's not a remaster, it's a remake. And the remake, it looks insanely fucking good. God damn it, god damn it, god damn it. Ah, oh, it actually hurt me, bitch. Now the remake though, how they explained how it works with the dismemberment. You shoot a piece and their skin falls off. Instead of just being a hit scan thing, it's an actual environment change where if you could shoot them in the face, their skin comes off and it's their skull and stuff like it's super fucking cool how they're doing dismemberment. Dead Space remake. Not only that, guns they have a more unique upgrade path now. The remake's gonna be fucking awesome, man. I am streaming that the day it comes out, or at least the day, maybe the day after. I might have work that day. But man, I can't wait for that fucking game. I will get it when it comes out. Especially when I have an Xbox Series X. Callisto Protocol, I might get it with an Xbox Series X as well.
Hydroponics log, Dr. Cross reporting.
Because I think I will have an Xbox Series X just before it comes out, because it's in December if I remember correctly.
I know what that sounds like, but it was big and heavy. I'll report again when I know more.
Just looking for any loose items I can grab. Wants me to go up, so I'll go up. Yeah, this Memberman is very fun, but the remake is just taking that to another whole fucking level. Any items that I can see? Not really. Damn. I usually don't stream as much like this because I actually stopped streaming because of didn't have an Xbox to stream with. But I really wanted to stream Dead Space. I believe Flamethrower is actually pretty good against Seneca here. Yeah. I think the reload speed's ridiculously fast too for the flamethrower. It's just that the flamethrower doesn't do great damage against groups. Even though it's a flamethrower, it should do good against groups. But if you're like spreading the damage, it like doesn't kill them as fast, which is weird.
This is Temple.
This is the last one. Getting close to finishing this, which is nice.
Zero gravity.
The Leviathan fight too in the remake is going to be much different because you can actually fly now. You have Dead Space 2's Zero G moments, which is really awesome. Turn it off. Where's these bobbies? Missed a few times, but that's okay. Still doing okay on ammo. Alrighty. There's... What the fuck? I don't remember having seen these guys. That's the first time I've actually noticed one being there. Come on, babies. There you are. Did that. Takes only 2 blades too if you're just shooting it from range. That's
the last one,
good to know.
Isaac. There's a switch in atmosphere control to restart the oxygen recycling. Once the air's clean, you can get into food storage. Isaac, I've been reading these reports. The crew all began having mass hallucinations. And... well, I just saw my brother on a security monitor. And that's just not possible.
Exiting zero gravity.
So the marker gets you, uses your loved ones. However, I think she might be making that shit up because she is not a good girl. To say the least. But she might be hallucinating, and it is happening for real, which could work. Possible. Alrighty, well, it's on to the boss fight. I'm doing pretty good on ammo. I do have contact beam if I do need it. Yeah, it's over here. Shouldn't be too hard of a fight. Oh, that was sick. Oh, Ripper value, man. Ripper value. That was actually really cool. Really? Alright, just use it. Alrighty, let's finish this off soon then.
Isaac, where are you? Help me.
Nicole. I have enough health. Like, if I get hit once, I get it once. It shouldn't kill me, but it would do some damage.
Nitrogen and oxygen levels. Food storage lockdown lifted.
Hydroponics log, this is Dr. Cross. It's hard for me.
Some more ammo, which is nice.
Unknown antigen injected into the filtration system.
Damn it. The poison wasn't strong enough. It's still alive. Get in there and kill it before
In there and
it
kill
contaminates
it.
the entire ship.
Yes, ma'am. So I just need to check one thing here. I think my sister is making some food. So if you can hear that in the background, I am sorry if you do. There's some decent supplies to get here. Unfortunately, they force this perspective that you can't see shit. It's blurry as fuck. So you kind of have to guess what you're trying to grab, if it's an item or not. And if you can grab all the items, it's pretty good if you do. But some of them kind of do respawn, if I remember correctly. Wow, that's loud. Holy shit. I'm not taking any risk with this shit. Shit. Damn bastard. Not ammo. Not feeling it. Low on ammo. Get up, Isaac. need ammo. Just die, you second. I gotta use contact. Woo! Yeah, I actually ran out of plasma cutter ammo, which was not good. That fight I usually could do a lot better than that. God damn.
Isaac, you did it.
Thankfully, it does drop
Hammond,
good items.
Do you read? Oxygen levels are returning to normal. Damn it. He's gone again. No sign of his rig anywhere. It's up to us now.
Need
I've
more
got a plan
ammo?
to get off this ship. I've located an SOS beacon on the mining deck. If you can get down there and activate it, we might be able to send a distress call.
Yeah, the mining deck's next chapter, which is
Oh god.
a unique chapter.
I'm with the turbo cold.
Alright, let's get out of here and get a resupply myself. Alrighty. See this quick. Get on to the next chapter, save it, and then I'll wrap up here. Need the money, I'll take a small. Grab some plasma energy, be good with that. I don't get my next suit until the chapter after the next one, if I remember correctly, so I can just sell that. Upgrade that. Oops, wrong button. Alright, it's not terrible. Alrighty. Thankfully, I do still have some money, right? Some money for ammo if I need it. I'm good on health. I still have a decent amount of health in my storage, but we'll continue this on for now. But yeah, this was a decently fun stream. Glad I could talk to Ranger about things and stuff. Like, it's fun interacting with people. I wish I just had more people to talk to, but I'll get there eventually. It's a work in progress, and I completely understand that. Like I said, I appreciate when people stop by just to say hi. It's really nice. Environmental hazard. Yep. Like I said, after beating this, I'll do Dead Space 2 on... I won't do it on hardcore. I will not do it on hardcore because Zealot is the same difficulty as hardcore, just I don't have to deal with the bullshit of having to save 3 times because it doesn't do checkpoints. I've already done hardcore on Dead Space 2.
This may be our last chance
I
of
died
getting out of here
once
alive, Isaac.
in my
There's an
playthrough,
asteroid loaded up in the mining bay waiting to be smelted.
and it wasn't that bad of a setback,
If you
so I
attach
was
the SOS
grateful for
beacon
that.
to it, you can launch it away from the ship to make a clean broadcast. The beacon's on the maintenance subdeck. You can launch the asteroid from the control room.
Alrighty.
Damn, the control room is locked. It looks like they keep an emergency access key on the processing subdeck. Couldn't be easy, could it? I don't know how much more of this I can take.
You and me both. Alrighty, well, I guess that will be it. Thanks you guys for watching on both the Twitch and YouTube side. This was fun, and I'll see if I'll stream tomorrow. Maybe not. I do work a little bit later, or a little bit longer. So we'll see. I think Monday and Tuesday might be my break days, and I'll try to stream nearly every day after that. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and take care later, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. That's the end for the YouTube. For Twitch, you guys, I'm going to see if I can raid somebody. Is Drone still streaming? Is he really still streaming? Hold up. No, he's not. Okay, that is weird. It says he's still streaming, but he's pretty much not. Anyways, sorry about that. And I accidentally clipped something. I'll make sure that's different. So yeah, I guess that's it for everything. Take care, guys, and I'll see you next time. Adios.